Good morning, y'all. Well, I guess we're almost heading into the afternoon. Guess what? It is game day, folks. Week 9 of the SEC college football season. Auburn hosting Tennessee, 6 p.m. ESPN. And oh, by the way, it seems like we haven't had football in the state of Alabama for quite some time between Alabama and Auburn. We got the bye weeks going on. And then, of course, COVID hit. Their Mississippi State game got canceled last week. But hey, all things are a go. We're looking forward to it. And so, Matt Scalisi joining me now to talk about this matchup and, some of the things that excite you most about it, maybe the biggest challenge Tennessee poses, and then we'll get into a bold prediction. So first and foremost, I'll let you go first, Maddie Ice. What are you most excited to see today from the Auburn Tigers?
It's cliche, but I really am just so happy to be seeing football in our state again after 3 weeks since our last game that we've gotten to watch here in the state of Alabama. Auburn had such great momentum going when the snap hit us, and that's always a bummer to lose that when everybody's finally feeling it and everything seems to be clicking, and then you have to take a huge break like that. Even if it was just a bye week, it would have been a rough time for a bye week, I think. But to have the cancellation on top of it, it's just a really poor timing. What I'm hopeful to see is that Auburn comes out kind of still keeping that same energy that we saw when they just absolutely strangled LSU a few weeks ago. We've seen Gus Malzahn teams in the past get off to a slow start, stumble a couple of times along the way, and then figure things out and have a huge November and a huge closing stretch to the season. And this Auburn team looked like it was maybe starting to go that direction. Let's see if they can still keep that going.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And so I'm going to agree with you there because I guess for me, again, having the 2 weeks off, they built up so much momentum, the win over Ole Miss, the win over LSU, and then obviously the unexpected week off. So how much momentum are we going to see? And we saw a different Auburn earlier in the year. Obviously injuries played a big factor in that. They just weren't able to get that juice going, weren't able to get that spark going. So, it's kind of the Jekyll and Hyde. Which Auburn team are we going to see? Are we going to see that much improved Auburn team that goes out and plays well in all phases of the game, or are they going to digress a little bit? So that is also what I'm most excited to see today as well. So Tennessee, challenges they pose, and I'll start kind of off the top. First and foremost, it's worth mentioning that Auburn did, while the game was canceled previously with Mississippi State due to Mississippi State's numbers, Auburn did get hit with some COVID cases. Gus Malzahn said that 10 players either tested positive for COVID-19 or were identified through contact tracing. And while he's optimistic that the majority, if not all of them, will return because they did practice this week, he's not sure if they are technically going to be cleared to play because there is a testing period that they have to make sure they complete before they are cleared to play. And so they take that very seriously. And so it'll be interesting to see. So who's available for this game, I think, will play a big factor in that. So that could play into the biggest challenge Tennessee poses. And here's the other thing I'm looking at. Jarrett Guarantano been very underwhelming this year. But if you go back to how he played 2 years ago in the upset over Auburn, if he were to have that kind of day, then we'd be talking about something different. If the offensive line steps up to expectations, this offensive line was supposed to be up there in the ranks of Alabama's this year. The Tennessee offensive line was supposed to be that good. And unfortunately, they have not lived up to those expectations. So I think if those are two things that they do well and they have success running the ball, then I think that could potentially be the biggest challenge if this offense sort of maybe hits its stride a little bit more and finds some consistency.
Yeah, and we talked about how Auburn, under Gus Malzahn in the past, has had situations where they got off to a slow start and they started to figure things out as the season went on. Tennessee had that a year ago, where they certainly didn't look anything special to start the season, but they really got some momentum as the year went on. Some of that probably had to do with having a front-loaded schedule, but regardless, there's some evidence and there's some reason to believe that Jeremy Pruitt is a coach who can get his team to push past early struggles and weaknesses and improve over the course of the season. It's been a long time since we've seen these teams play. Tennessee has not shown a ton of signs of life that there's much reason for optimism that they could improve this year, but who knows? And as you said, Guarantano is a guy who is very frustrating to both Tennessee fans and opposing fans because it's very hard to predict what you're going to get out of him from week to week. He's talented, but he's very inconsistent. So I think that can occasionally be a little bit of a scary situation to go up against. To me, I think right now the biggest challenge that Tennessee poses is, as you mentioned, they're good talent-wise in the trenches on both sides of the ball. They have good players on the line of scrimmage. That's a good test for Auburn and their offensive and defensive linemen. I think that Auburn is probably not going to let Tennessee do a lot in terms of scoring today. I think Tennessee's only real chance is to try and disrupt what Auburn's offense was doing a couple of weeks ago when they just were on fire against LSU, and try to keep this a low-scoring game that's within reach. I think there are ways to do that. You know, we have seen Bo Nix struggle if you can get in his face and put pressure on him. But one thing that we saw a few weeks ago against LSU, Bo Nix is starting to get a little bit more comfortable keeping the ball and taking off and making plays with his feet. And I think that will be another key today for Auburn.
Hey, Matt, take a look at the last comment in the comment section.
Well, hang on. Can you put it back up, Patrick? Starting to look like Billy Joel, man. I don't think that's a compliment at all. But I'll choose to call this '80s Billy Joel.
Hey, we didn't start the fire. It was always turning since the world's been done. Man, sorry, I had to laugh at that. Anyways,
it's good.
It's good. Y'all are great. We appreciate you. Okay, bold prediction. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna go with Tank Bigsby eclipsing 150. He has not done that yet. You might have thought he did. He came close against Arkansas. I think he had 146 yards. So I'm going to say he eclipses the 150 mark, gets it done, no problem today. Feeling good about it.
Yeah, I like that prediction. I mean, I think Auburn is definitely feeling it with Tank Bigsby in the run game at this point, and I think that this will be a huge thing they lean on going forward. I'm going to go for my bold prediction with the other two sides of the ball for Auburn. I'm going to predict that they have multiple non-offensive touchdowns today. I think Auburn's return game is dangerous, just like it always is right now, and I think they're due to break one of those open this week. I think also their defense is just so aggressive and disruptive that when you go up against an offense like Tennessee that can really fall apart easily, and a quarterback like Guarantano who is a little bit mistake prone, to me it just smells like a pick six or a scoop and score is coming today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, before we let you guys go, I wanted to mention that we have well, first of all, next week is the Iron Bowl, right? So the Iron Bowl is upon us, believe it or not, ready or not, it is here. So we want you guys to weigh in. So our buddy there that's saying that Matt looks like Billy Joel, maybe Greg, you want to jump in on that. I don't know.
Redeem yourself, Greg. Get in a video for us.
Get in a video for us. That being said, we want you guys to jump in the mix for us. We're asking comments. We're asking comments. I was just reading Patrick's comment. We're asking you guys to make fan videos at home, and we figured today's a great day because you're already up in your Auburn gear. You're already getting ready to go, ready to be football fans for the day. So we're going to ask you guys. We're going to make a post here on this Facebook page outlining what we're going to ask you to do. And basically answer a handful of questions, why you're an Auburn fan, what you're looking forward to most about the Iron Bowl, why Auburn wins, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe you got some cool memorabilia. But yes, we are calling on you. We need some more fans. We want to get some fans. We have a lot of Alabama fans, but we need to get some Auburn fans in the mix, guys. I'm just throwing it out there. No, I don't know if that's a true story, but we do want to get we want to get a good mix of both. So hit us up. Let us know if you're interested in doing it. It's just a cool selfie video. We'll get you to shoot it for yourself or get someone to shoot it. Send it to us, and you could be in a very cool fan video. Right, Maddie Ice?
It's going to be fun. I hope we get some good Auburn representation. Jump in there. Oh, Greg, thank you. You said I look like the young Billy Joel that married Christy Brinkley.
Oh, that's cute. There he goes.
I'll take it.
He redeemed himself.
That's right. Well, I'll take scenes from an Italian restaurant, Billy Joel.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey guys, we thank you guys so very much. As always, and we'll be checking in with the post game show when it is all said and done, my friends.